Hi everybody, I'm Adam Rogers with NETIO Products. We're here at ISE 2026. We thought we'd go ahead and do a quick little booth tour to find out what the booth looks like. All of our team has worked really hard to really design this and get it all set up for you, but also we want to show off some of the product and some of the stuff that we're talking about. So let's get started. So the first thing we want to talk about is that NETIO Products, what do we do, right? We're remote power management, that's the first and foremost. We do hardware manufacturing and software design for that to happen correctly. So we know that it takes more than just taking an off-the-shelf piece of hardware and putting some, slap together software to put it on it. Instead, what we do is we actually design both sides of it and put it together as one beautiful product. So with that, let's go ahead and talk about some of the product that we have over here. So on display, we have our rack here of all of our products that we have available. There's a few of here that aren't shown on this one here, but they're shown a little bit further down. We'll look at that here in a second. But up at the top, we have our power box. We have our 4 outlets family. With that 4 outlet family, we have both the hardwired and the Wi-Fi availability options as well. Gives you remote power management to access those, control them, turn outlets on and off, and all that kind of cool stuff from there. Below that, we have our power PDU line. We have 8 outlet and 4 outlet models in different outlet configurations. Obviously, we have the F model. We have the USB model. We have the IEC S models here, the AQV V models, which is our PowerCon setup. So if you have any live audio applications that you want to use it for, that's there and available for you. We also have more of the 4 outlet designs as well. With the 4 outlets, that's the same as the 8s, but just in a 4 instead. So you have the options to decide what kind of outlet you want on those as well. We have some more PowerBox here. These are the PowerBox 3 outlet systems. So again, this gives the ability to have 3 outlets. If you don't require the 4, it also lets you decide if you want to have metering or not metering on that. So that's where those kind of step into that case there. Below that, we have our power cable, one of my personal favorites. With the power cable system, you can have 1 input, 2 outputs, or you can have 1 input and 1 output. What that gives you the ability to do is it's a small, slim form factor. You can install it into a place like behind a TV in a small cabinet, but it still gives you that remote access and control over 1 or 2 devices. So we have those there. And then below that, we have my second favorite thing that I really wish was coming to the US. We have our Power DIN. Power DIN is great because you have a DIN rail applications, you put it in there, gives you that same remote access and power metering capabilities where you can control the outlets on and off. But you're able to then tie that into another hardwired system, whether it's an outlet that is behind a TV or whether it's something else that you want to control directly, like some lights. You can go ahead and do that there. It's a great application for any DIN rail mounted options for that. So that's kind of what we have right there for the products. We're going to keep going down over here, and we're going to show off our LED applications. So we've really stepped into the solutions for LED walls. What this gives us here is that when you have an LED display of some kind, like an LED wall, some huge display if you want, in this case, one system can handle up to 80 square meters of LED wall. We can talk more about that. Give us a call and we'll talk more about what that actually means. But with this system here, it allows you to have a 3-phase power application. So you have phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3 on the 6 outputs. That means 1 phase is shared between 2 outlets. 48 amps into the 1 device, which is this guy here. And then of course you have 16 amp output per channel. So that means you have a shared 60 amp between these 2 here, these 2 here, and these 2 here. One of the special things that this allows us to do is our new multi-PDU setup. So we also call it in-bus. In-bus is where we can have 1 primary data connection, 1 point of access for the system, and then we loop these together up to 32 outputs. With those 32 outputs, we can then individually control them, turn things on and off, power metering, all of that really cool stuff. But when you combine all of that together, we have 0 current and 0 voltage switching, which allows us to do more panels, more LED panels per circuit than anybody else on the market right now. So if you want some more information about that, reach out to us at NETIO Products. We'll go ahead and talk more about that. You'll see some information down in the description. So we also want to talk about a little bit of our integration partners, one of them being Skarhoy is here. Really awesome partner with us. We'll talk more about some of our others that we have as well here in just a second, but we'll do that as well. So here we go. One more thing, the in-bus. So we talked a little bit about in-bus and how that works. You can combine multiple PDUs into 1 large PDU. We talked about it with the LED walls because that's kind of where it got its start, but we're expanding it into the rest of our lineup. So we can have US outlets, we can have IEC, we can have PowerCon outlets, we can have a 4 outlet, an 8 outlet, a 2 outlet, a single, oh, not a single outlet, a 2 outlet. We can have the DIN options as well. Essentially anything that has that digital input on it gives us that ability to link it together into one large PDU. Great thing about this is that you can put power where you need it. So if you need power at the top, power at the bottom, power on the side, this side, wherever you need it, you can put power there with the number of outlets that you actually need for that. So in this case, again, like I said, up to 32 outlets. It's a really awesome system. We're really excited about it. It's a mix and match kind of a thing, so you can put 8 here, 4 there, whatever you want to do with it. It's all there and available for that. So let's go ahead and keep going on this little tour. We'll take a look at some of the other stuff. So if I haven't been able to convince you yet based on what we do as far as the hardware, let's talk about why NETIO. The NETIO Cloud. We have a premium NETIO Cloud service that allows you to remotely access and control the PDU systems from wherever you are, so long as you and the PDU have an internet connection. What that allows you to do, of course, is turn outlets on and off, reset outlets, as well as see what's going on with the state of those outlets. So if you have a power metering device, you can actually see the power status of that outlet. That's available on the NETIO Cloud. Really awesome platform. Again, for more information, reach out to us about that. Open API, one of my favorite feature sets of what we do. Open API is basically anywhere from Modbus to Telnet to JSON to MQTT and many more, 10 plus languages. We give you an open API. So you can use that with just about any automation that you have or any platform or control system that you have. We either already have a pre-built integration with it, or you can create your own from it. We want to be as open and transparent as possible with our API, so anything that we can do on our PDUs, we expose that inside of the that API. So power metering, voltage, if you use a thermistor with the system, you can see the temperature of it. All that stuff is exposed in that API. The NETIO Toolbox. So the NETIO Toolbox lets us where we can have remote power management features integrated into every NETIO device. That means that you don't have to go for a different device just simply because you want a different thing. Every one of our devices has essentially the same things except for power metering, but that gives you that cost-effective options for it as well. Cool? All right. So we're going to circle around. I want to show really quick. My camera lady is going to have to follow me because I'm going to do something really interesting. We're going to go this way because I want to show off our wall of integration. So this is just a sampling of many of the integrators that we have, integrations that we have. One of our newest ones, of course, we have Aurora as well on here. Symmetrics as well, which is directly behind the camera. I don't know if you can see that or not. But we have many different integrations that are pre-built. You don't have to do anything special. We have application notes that walk you through how to do the integrations with it. But what that allows you to do is you don't have to go in there and completely write new code just to make it work. You can if you really want to, but we've done the hard work for you, or in many cases, our partners have done that work for you. So definitely check that out. For more information, reach out to us, but let's keep going on this tour. So we talked about the integration partners. These are a couple of them here. We just kind of want to show what was going on and how that kind of is used. We have our Atlona, QSys, and AV Studio displays here panels on display here. So you can come in and kind of see what's going on. You get a chance to turn things on and off, find out how the outlets work, all that kind of good stuff. I can push a button here, push a button there, and everything works great. These partners, we thank them so much for being a part of our booth. They've been amazing, helpful, and just good people overall. So thank you again, Atlona, QSys, and AV Studio. And of course, if anybody else wants to join us in future shows, reach out to us. We want to go ahead and have you in our booth as well. One more thing I want to show you before we finish this up is our demonstration of our web UI and our cloud system. So if the camera will come in just a little bit closer and look at what we have here. With our cloud system, we have this here, and we can go in and try out the different things. So here is the interface of one of our PDUs. We can turn an outlet on and off. We can go in and take a look and see what it looks like for our our in-bus system, to where we can have different groups of outlets that we can control separately. We can go in and see the entire list of outlets in one location, which is just honestly just a really awesome feature set when you're trying to manage a lot of devices, right? So just one point of interface, one point to look at it. Really great setup there. We also have our cloud on display. So our premium NETIO cloud gives you the ability, again, like I said, to remotely access and manage those devices through your cloud service, to go in, turn things on and off reset power and see what's going on before you have to go to a job site. So it's really awesome for that aspect. So for more information about that, reach out to us at NETIO Products. I've been talking for a while, so I thank you so much for listening to me. But again, we're at ISE 2026. We would love for you to come down if you're still in the area. If you're not, I understand, but this is your sneak peek as to what we had there. And if you want more information about anything that I've talked about, or if you have questions about anything else, please reach out to us. We would be happy to answer any questions for you. So, I'm Adam Rogers. We'll see you next time, everybody. Thank you so much.